I'm Tracy Maxter with today's Record Newswatch. He was charged with beating his landlady to death with a sledgehammer in order to steal her money to buy drugs. Today in Ulster County Court, 35-year-old Sean Tyler pleaded guilty to first-degree murder for the killing of 54-year-old Ann Gaffney inside her Town of Hurley home last December. After bludgeoning her to death, Tyler then took $270 in cash and an ATM card that was used to buy drugs. Tyler was arrested just hours after the murder. When he's returned to an Ulster County courtroom in July, Tyler is expected to get a prison sentence of from 25 years to life. A Town of Wallkill woman is facing animal cruelty charges following a police investigation at her Derby Road kennel where she was breeding Rottweiler dogs in what police described as dangerous conditions. Investigators say 64-year-old Sylvia Panetta was selling puppies online through her business called Carousel Kennels after getting a tip that the more than 70 dogs in her care were being kept in unsanitary pens without proper food, shelter, or medical care. Police obtained a search warrant and investigated.
Officers discovered 2 Rottweiler dogs that had severe injuries, and additionally another 74 Rottweiler dogs were in various states of neglect. Based on what was observed that day, a search warrant was obtained and subsequently executed on the property. During the execution of the warrant, the 2 most severely injured dogs were removed from the premise and treated by local vets. Unfortunately, one of the dogs had one of its legs amputated. Another 74 dogs were found to be on the property. All of the dogs were living in what was described as very unsanitary conditions.
Following the March inspection, authorities seized the 2 injured dogs, then returned Monday and filed charges after it was determined the remaining Rottweilers were continuing to suffer from inadequate care.
The conditions were pretty bad. A lot of the fencing is caving in. There's holes. There's pieces of wood with nails sticking out. A lot of the dog houses that are in there are falling apart.
Bread is food.
Yeah, there was bagels and pieces of bread in there that they were supposed to be eating.
It's a serious issue. It's something that it's been said that, she may claim that she's been there for 20 years this way and no one's ever said anything. I can tell you that when the police department saw what was going on, we recognized without any doubt that there was a problem at this address.
Sylvia Panetta has been charged with 2 counts of animal cruelty. Chief Hertman says additional charges will be filed since the town discovered building code violations at the Derby Road location and determined that her kennel business was unlicensed. It's the court system's highest honor, and today in Albany, 4 court officers assigned to Middletown City Court were awarded the Office of Court Administration's Medal of Honor for their heroic efforts on the morning of February 8th. That was when gunman Timothy Mulqueen fired off rounds from a rifle as he entered the court complex. Court officers Scott Truex and Michael Matheson returned fire, fatally wounding Mulqueen. In the midst of the chaos, Sergeant Robert Cowell and Officer Michelle Lynch got those in the courtroom to safety and secured the building. The state's top judge, Chief Justice Jonathan Lippman, said the swift, courageous actions of the 4 local officers that morning saved lives. Today's medal ceremony coincided with the observance of Law Day, a celebration of the importance of our legal system. It looked real, and that was the point. Police officers rushed into Monticello High School Monday to seek out a deranged parent who'd walked into the building, opened fire, killing 3. Members of state police, the Sullivan County Sheriff's Department, and Monticello Police took part in the hour-long disaster drill scenario. Students had been dismissed earlier, with teachers and staff told of the drill, but unaware of how it would play out. Once the exercise was over, school personnel took part in a debriefing with county emergency personnel. Sullivan County Sheriff Michael Schiff says it's important for police to get this type of live training in order to identify the glitches and holes in their disaster response procedures and fix them. Firemen made short work of a 2-alarm fire called in early this afternoon in a building at the Middletown Community Campus. Firemen quickly extinguished the smoky fire at the Smiths building on Ashley Avenue, an outpatient residential housing unit. Pocatello fire officials described the call as a small trash fire in one of the building's bathrooms. And the hot resale market value for copper piping has led to yet another theft incident in the area and another arrest. Charges of second-degree burglary have been filed against 31-year-old Robert Giacone of Kiamisha Lake. According to state police, Giacone removed several pieces of copper from a house in White Lake and had attempted to take more copper from a residence in the village of Liberty. Giacone was being held in Sullivan County Jail without bail. Warmer weather is moving back into the region. The forecast for Wednesday features a mix of sun and clouds, with temperatures reaching the upper 60s. Thursday will be mostly cloudy with the chance of showers, and it'll be mild, with the highs in the mid-70s. Stay on top of what's happening throughout the day right here at Record Online, and get all the information you need to start your day by picking up tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.